Hello, Facebook family. I wanted to talk for just a few minutes today about another passing in the body of Christ. Many of you may have already heard that it was Vodi, if I'm saying his name correctly, Bosham, who has recently passed away in the last, I believe, 3 days ago. And this was another strong voice, I know, for the Lord. I didn't follow him, just like with Charlie. I didn't follow them. I had barely known Charlie. 1 week before his passing, I heard him speak for about 4 minutes, answering a question for a young lady. And that was the first time I'd heard him speak. I heard his name once during the election, but that was it. I didn't know who he was, and I didn't know Vodi. I had only heard him in passing, social media, speak, and maybe only listened to him, I believe, one time for maybe 10 minutes, and that was 4 or 5 years ago. But just like with Charlie, there was a deep grieving in my spirit when I heard about Vodi Bolsham passing, and it was almost deeper than with Charlie. And I began to pray, and I asked the Lord, I said, God, what are you saying? Because I don't know who he is, and I didn't know Charlie. I didn't follow them, but I'm grieving in my spirit. And I know with, them being part of the body of Christ, that is, part of the reason, at least, that I'm feeling that grief. But I knew there was more, something more in depth. And so I was asking the Lord, I said, what is it? And just a few minutes later, he began to share with me that he is allowing an awakening, not just for those that don't know him in this world, but he said for his body. He said there are many in the body who are falling asleep and who have fallen asleep. And he said some are about to sleep for the last time. And he said he does not want any to perish, but he wants all to be restored. And so he's saying that he's allowed this awakening, and he's tearing. He said he's allowing a tearing, and he likened it to me. The impression he gave me was like a father and son in a race, and how the father knows that the young son can't beat him to the finish line, so he will kind of hold back and go real slowly while the son progresses. And that was what he was impressing on my spirit that he is doing in this time, and wanting to do this because he wants there to be an awakening. He wants people to wake up in his body. Those, he said, there have been those that have known him and served him who have fallen asleep, and he doesn't want any to perish. He also shared with me that he's allowing this awakening because he wants there to be a time of preparation for the coming persecution, which many know has already started. And he said he wants there to be further preparation for that, so that we will stand and not go silent. He said this is a time, a solemn time, to be still before him in his presence, even to get away and to seek him for his guidance, for his leading. Because he said this is a mandate for his remnant, that we know and that we have the wisdom and the guidance to be where we're supposed to be at the time we're supposed to be there to carry out what he has for us to do. And so that's all I wanted to share. Again, it's something that is really, truly letting me know we're in a new era. Not just a new day, a new time, but a new era where, in a new era, a lot of things, pretty much everything, has shifted spiritually. And because that has been that shift, there's a lot of things in the natural realm that are going to be different and look different to us. And so we are going to have a different type of a response. So that was it. Blessings to everyone. Thank you.